Yo, what up, what up, what up? Just trying to set shit up real quick. It's been a while since I've streamed on both of them. Andrew, Vegas, what up, man? It's Thursday Night Football. I'm about to roll the fuck up. So, what up, what up? Yo, what, is this going to be the end of Tom Brady's career? Giselle put out an ultimatum. You either give up football or you give up me. Taz, what up, yo? Freddie, what up, man? We just watching Thursday Night Football. I'm watching it on Twitch. You can stream Thursday Night Football live on Twitch for free. So, I'm watching it on Twitch. You guys can watch there if you want. I just figured I'd smoke blunts and hang out with the homies. God bless. The Bucks are absolutely terrible at football. Chronic, what up, homie? Yeah, the Bucks are absolutely god awful at football. Jesus. Tom Brady came back for this shit? I know he is tight. He has got to be super fucking tight about this shit. Chronic, how you been, homie? Yo, guys, I checked out some of Cushwick Farms today, and I thought my face was going to melt off. That is definitely a good thing. You know, I wonder if Tampa's fucking defense is going to come out with some fire in their ass, because that's supposed to be the strength of their team, and they suck this year. Yo, Taz, just if you can't get a hold of me, man, hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to start being on Twitch again. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do on YouTube now that it's time to move forward with the 333. Yeah, man. Yo, if they can hold them to 3, it's a minor miracle. It's a good sign for the rest of the game. And they did. You get a muffed punt inside the 10 and then you hold them to 3. That's incredible defense. That's not a good sign for the Ravens. It's crazy because I had picked the Bucks early, and then once I saw the Tom Brady Giselle Bundchen ultimatum post, I switched over to the Ravens. I was just like, damn, man, Tom. There's a distinct possibility Tom might play like shit tonight. His life or his football life. He has to choose between one now. She really gave him an ultimatum. We're about to see what Tom cares about the most. I know that's coming up. Man. I think we might start up with the beat contest again in January. I don't think I'm going to do anything the rest of this year because I'm only one human being and I am busy as fuck at all times. Larry Bird, what up, homie? We're just watching Thursday Night Football. Well, it's a watch along. I can't really show or let you listen to the game or YouTube will shut me down. But we can smoke and you guys can watch the game and listen to me talk about football. So, speaking of doing 8 million things at once, yo, I'm literally the only person with a merch line that makes it themselves. Not a clothing line, it's the merchandise line, and I actually make everything myself. It's a little bit of overkill. I'm also the only person who has their own weed strain who actually grew it themselves. So, shout out to our sponsor, Cushwick Farms, which is actually me. So, I'm the one who grows everything. I do it all myself. So, not only is 333 weed my own strain, it's literally my own. For those that you don't know, I have a degree in biology and I grew up on a farm, so growing weed is in my nature. I've been working on this strain for 3 years. I'm hyped. It came out good. I'm excited. It's not even done yet, but we're getting there. It's in the curing process. I suppose now that I'm going to jump back into Twitch universe, I should probably get a PlayStation or something. I was going to wait until Grand Theft Auto 6 came out. But now that I have an abundance of free time on my hand, which I usually never have, and it's not like I can play golf. It's fucking, well, what's it today? But it's cold in New York. All right. Having a muff putt inside your own 10 and only giving up 3 when Lamar Jackson's a quarterback is a good thing. Having a muff punt on the first punt return of the game is not a good thing. Is Giselle and Tom's marriage status going to hang over top the homie's head? Let's go, Tom. Oh my God. He is not playing good this year. It's not a he's old thing either because this guy is timeless. What's happening for the first time in Tom's 20-plus year NFL career is he's not all in on football. He's missing practices. He took 11 days off in camp. Voluntary workouts he was not at. Usually he's there for everything, which means reps and practice, especially with your receivers, to work on your timing and whatnot. And there's no timing work. You can tell the timing's so off. And he don't have Gronk anymore. That's killing him. Julio Jones has been perpetually hurt. Yo, what we smoking on tonight, everybody? I am smoking on some 333 from Cushwick. Even though it's not fully cured yet, I couldn't wait. I needed some of that. Tampa's players looked a little bit hyped tonight. Wonka bar. Sounds dope, man. Cole Keefe. Yo, Andrew, who you got this week in 333 Fantasy? Who's your matchup with? I know I've gotten off to a spectacular start at 6-1. That's unheard of in fantasy football. See, he's got Josh Allen, and the Bills are playing against the Packers. Oh, they might beat them by 40. You can get him though. He's lost 3 in a row, I think. It's all about the. Yeah, Tyler Good's a bit. That's a good pickup, Andrew, because Chase is out this week. And he might be out a couple weeks, so that means T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are going to pick up the void, and Hunter, the tight end. Joe Mixon probably going to pick up a little bit, so I'm looking it up right now to see how many games he's going to be out, but I just saw that earlier today. Yeah, Chase is out 4 to 6 weeks, so that Tyler Boyd pickup is huge for you. That's huge. Oh, come on, Tom. You are playing like trash. He was butt naked. Uh, Andrew, the Packers' #1 receiver, Adam Lazard's out for Sunday too. So, who the fuck is Aaron even going to throw it to against the #1 defense in football? Oh, look how open he is. Just butt naked. Bucket naked out there. Yo, Andrew, if you're not on it yet, DraftKings has so many free daily fantasy games. Like, there's 2 free ones for Thursday Night Football tonight. I'm up 190 on DraftKings and 160 on FanDuel on free games. All right, that's a big answer from Tampa because they suck right now. The good thing for Tampa is that they're still in first place in their division at 3-4, and they're playing literally one of the worst defenses ever. Yeah, Andrew, you don't even have to be in a state where gambling's legal. I'll send you a link so you can get free bets. Of course, I'm going to get free bets too, but why the fuck not? But I'll send you a link and you'll get like a free $100 just for signing up. It's nuts, dude. I'm up like 350 this season, and you got to remember, dude, the first couple weeks of the season were haywire. I was getting slaughtered. Oh, what am I doing? I don't have my gray matter uniform on. I'm bugging. That's more football-y. Shout out to the motherfucking homie Roger Harper. I hope he's enjoying his time with his new grandchild. That's fucking dope. Future starting strong safety for the Falcons. Little mini Roger Harper out there taking heads off. Yeah, man. Yo, me and Billy Lodge are up to something. I'm thinking maybe not quite yet, but there's a distinct possibility that our next project is the pieces are there to finish it. Possibly. It's not November yet. I want to drop it in January, so we shall see if anything new comes along before I decide I want to stop. That's incredible. That's Tampa Bay's first touchdown in the first quarter this entire season. That's absolutely incredible to have Tom Brady as your quarterback and have one first quarter touchdown the entire fucking season. Lamar was 4 when Tom was starting in his first Super Bowl. That's incredible. How's that even possible? I mean, the big question with the Ravens has to be who the fuck besides Mark Andrews is going to get targets. There's Devin Duvernay and Bateman. Bateman's back for the first time in, I think, 3 weeks. They really haven't figured out how to use Duvernay yet. And Lamar, honestly, Lamar has never been good on the NFL level at getting the ball to his wide receivers. It's really strange. He's got a great deep ball, too. That's why it doesn't make any sense. Shaq Barrett came to play tonight. It's not you against the world. Everybody has watched you play over the first 7 weeks. It's bad football. See, Lamar and wide receivers just don't go well together. He should have just ran that. He's their whole offense. He should just be their whole offense. Look at that window. Huh. Right there, take off. They only had to beat one guy. I trust Lamar Jackson to beat one guy in the open field more than I trust him chucking it downfield on the run. Ooh. Jalen Darden almost made up for that fumble. I will be right back. Hey, sorry for the delay. I had to go do a thing. Yeah, I swear every time Mike Evans gets tackled, it looks like he got hurt. Which he does get hurt a lot. He's always had hamstring and ankle issues. He is very tall, so it makes sense. But he's so tall and lanky, every time he falls down, it's so weird. Good throw from Tom. Put it on the backside so that he didn't get hit. Put it on the front side. That corner was going to blow Mike Evans up. That's always been one of Tom's biggest strengths is his ball placement. You have to understand the subtleties and the nuances of where he puts the ball. JR, what up, man? Yeah, long stories that I don't want to talk about or and whatnot. So, yeah, if I put it up, it'll just get taken down anyway. So, I got tired of fighting the good fight with Beef. What up? With Warner Music Group and YouTube censors and whatnot. So, yeah, if I put it up, it would be gone. It's on every streaming service, including YouTube Music. So, Plus, as far as doing a pre-mastered version, I didn't do that album, so I don't even have access to all of the pre-mastered files. Of course not, Beefy. You know, I've been busy. I'm doing like... Okay, Brashard. I'm doing like 15 different things at once anyway. Cushwick Farms is getting ready to be available. It's hoodie season. JR, they're the leftovers. Whew. You know what they say, it's like Thanksgiving. Sometimes the leftovers are the best part. Okay, so that was not a good ball placement from Tom Brady. That was terrible ball placement. Been very inaccurate this season. When you're not athletic at all, Tom Brady might be the worst athlete in football history almost. You better be pretty fucking accurate. He's missed him twice in the back of the end zone. Missed him twice. Mike Evans with the rookie quarter on him. Come on, Tom. Oh, what are you doing, Thomas Edward Brady III? No bueno. No bueno, Thomas. My daily fantasy rosters are getting wrecked right now. Holy shit, it was a Julio Jones sighting. That's incredible. The kickers were definitely daily fantasy pickups for tonight's games. These two underperforming teams, which means they're going to have red zone struggles, obviously. Yo, you guys got to check out the 333 tech suits. I'm always on the absolute mission and search for quality level for my merchandise line and whatnot. So it always takes me a little bit of time to like put shit together. A, I'm doing it myself, but B, I want to make sure that everything is fucking dope. And I wore one of the tech suits today. That shit is fire, man. I'm so happy about it. Like, so happy about being patient enough and waiting until I found what I wanted, because I don't make anything that I don't wear myself, and I literally only wear my own stuff outside of my Roger Harper jersey. Shout out to Roger Harper. I see you got us shooting a video with the Billy Lyons t-shirt on. That's fucking dope. It's awesome to see anybody fuck with any of the shit that I do. Yo, shout out to my homie Twin, man. I talked to Twin about many things today. Lots of moves happening, lots of moves. Twin just launched Infamous IPA. About to do big things with that. Get absolutely guaranteed that that's going to be successful. So shout out to my motherfucking homie Twin. I cannot wait to see him in person because Twin is literally the funniest person I know. And by far the absolute most fun to go out with. I don't go out anymore, I'm old, but going out with Twin is a motherfucking adventure. Yo, how me, Twin, Razkaz. Oh, there was somebody else with us. Fuck, who was it? There was 4 of us. With me, Twin, Razkaz, and somebody else. Crashed some white people's wedding reception. Like, in, outside of San Francisco. It was like fucking midnight or something, and Twin just heard a bunch of music. He's just like, yo, something's going on over here, let's go. And we went. There was a wedding reception, and Twin and Razkaz, and fuck, I forget who the other rapper was, but they were definitely the only non-white people at this wedding reception. And Twin had that shit jumping. Oh, God. Twin is fucking hilarious. Yeah, Beefy, that shit was absolutely insanely funny. That's the type of shit we was talking about today. Like, what a absolutely retarded adventure the whole Infamous time period was. Absolutely insane. So there's one thing that I don't understand in that scenario. So Tom Brady would have just went down immediately instead of trying to... Let's see how many yards. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 extra yards he went backwards, backing up. Instead of just whenever he got grabbed by that giant monster of a human, just going down and taking the sack that was inevitable. That was stupid on Lamar's part. So, Beefy, Giselle put out an ultimatum to Tom. You give up football now or you give up me. So, it's like in the news and everything. So, I don't doubt the authenticity of it. So, we are about to see what Tom's highest priority really is. I mean, he's the greatest of all fucking time. Yo, any human being that's been in a relationship that's been put in that ultimatum, it's either doing what you love the most or me. What a terrible place to be in. And in her situation, you kind of understand it. It's just like, dude, you're 45. You've won 6 fucking Super Bowls. 7, excuse me. 6 with the Patriots. 7 overall. You've won fucking 7. What else do you have left to prove? I don't think he's trying to prove anything. This guy just loves fucking football, dude. And football is one of the very few professions that when you're done, that's it. There is no more. You'll never get to do that again. Even in the other sports, you can play basketball, hockey. They have pickup games and shit. They don't have pickup full speed tackle football. They have like flag leagues and stuff, but it's not the same. The whole grind and your teammates and the locker room and, you know, all of that stuff, it's over and that's it. That's it. It never happens again. So I think he knows that. And he's holding on to that shit as long as he can. Or Tom Brady sold his soul for 7 Super Bowls. And he knows that when his football career is over, he got to go play with the devil and shit and pay him back. So he might be from another planet, and they're trying to get him to come back, like Elon. And they're like, yo, whenever you're done with football, you got to come back. And he's just like, man, I ain't going back. He got them shits from somewhere, man. Tom don't look like he's from Mars, though. He looks like he's like from Mercury or Venus. See, now, if Tampa's defense shows up at all tonight, which they are, then Baltimore is in trouble because Darden trying to make up for that early fumble, because Baltimore's pass game outside of Mark Andrews fucking sucks. So the fact that Tampa's entire secondary is out means absolutely nothing tonight. Second and third string corners and safeties are essentially playing against second and third string wide receiver talent, because on other teams, the starting wide receivers for Baltimore would not be starting. They would be like 3, 4, and 5 receivers. What we are going hard. Right. Whatever, Beefy. It's probably just me and you. I'm literally smoking blunts and watching football. I just got to get myself back in the Twitch and YouTube mode, so I got to get back into the streaming schedule. I gotta try a bunch of different things and see what I actually like. What gives me, like, invigoration and energy to make me want to do any of these. Bad ball placement again by Tom. He put it on the inside shoulder. He needed to put it on the outside. Let him use his body to shield him. He put it on the inside, and as soon as he made the collision, it jarred the ball loose. Tom is off. You know, players watch film on the sidelines. Tom's probably texting Giselle. Daily DraftKings lineups are getting smashed right now. Oh, yeah, a whole bunch of nothing in that one. And a whole bunch of nothing. Stanley, if you're online, go on twitch.com and you can watch it. That's where I watch it. Thursday Night Football is for free on Twitch. As soon as you go on twitch.com, it'll be the very first screen that pops up. It's Amazon. Amazon has Thursday Night Football now, so they make it free on Twitch. They also have the Prime Vision, if you don't know that much about football, and it has more of a Madden visual reference. So the names of the players, important players, are above them as they're playing, and all the stats and whatnot are on the side panel. So I just don't like the camera angle. But that's on, it's called Prime Vision. And it's the second channel that comes up. It's like immediately the first thing, because Amazon has clearly paid a lot of money to use this platform. Plus, if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it for free. Yeah, no doubt, homie. Glad I can help you out. This is the first season that NFL football's been live streamed on Twitch. I think it's fucking dope. Oh man, I'm in 38,000th place right now. That's hilarious. It's smashed. Good move by Gus Edwards. What a run. 100% all effort right there. What a play. No contain, though. Get him. I said it earlier. Shaquille Barrett came to play tonight. Somebody pissed him off. He is dominating right now. It's always interesting to when a quarterback that's as mobile as Lamar Jackson has a high sack total, because it's all about the clock in his head. You see Mark Andrews walking off with his shoulder dipped. That's not a good sign, because he's already hurt. Who is Lamar going to throw it to now? This game is a layup, Todd Smoking Bowls. God, he looks so awkward catching that. So Stanley, I just saw that, and I just mentioned that Chase is out for 4 to 6 weeks with a hip injury. The Bengals have enough weapons to make up for it. Not really. Chase is a fucking rock star, but they have enough weapons to stem the tide. They got Cleveland this week. Their bye week is definitely in there somewhere, I believe. So they'll be able to stem the tide. And plus, everyone else in your division is terrible. Steelers suck. Cleveland's terrible. Baltimore's not really that good. That just shows you how fast Devin White is. That's Lamar Jackson, and he was chasing him down. Ugh. Devin White is fucking fast. See, this is the thing with the Ravens, playing against the Ravens, is you can suck your defense. You can suck them up and make them just catch in front of you and make tackles, which Tampa does have a good tackling team on paper. See, I don't think Mark Andrews is coming back in the rest of this game. I fucking knew he wasn't going to really play. They might give him a shot at halftime, but if he doesn't come out in the second half, you know he's really fucked up. I mean, you know, Beefy, it's the most violent sport, physics-wise, on the planet by far. This is why they have to wear so much protection. And all of the rules are geared towards minimizing the damage. But you're going to get hurt. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You play hurt all the time. And just hope that you don't further injure yourself. Oh, see, they just called a terrible. Well, Beefy, it's not about the huge hits because they've kind of leveraged that out of the game. It's more about just how big and fast they are now. They're so big and fast now that just the sheer physics of the collision, your body's not built for that. You get a lot of ligament injuries because of the physics. You know, linebackers are 6'3", 240 running. Look at Devin White. Look how fast that guy is. That's a fucking linebacker. The players are evolving physically faster than, like, their bodies can actually, like, the infrastructure of their bodies can handle. Yeah, don't get me wrong, man. Hockey is super violent. They got blades, razor blades on their feet and a weapon in their hand. And they're firing a little black disc at like 130 miles an hour. through the air so you can catch one. Like if I was a hockey player, I'd wear like those Mighty Ducks full plastic things. Like, I'm not taking one to the dome. Even though I've had a migraine level headache for the last couple of days because of taking headshots in football. But they were not 130 miles an hour, that's for sure. See, they picked Deshaun Jackson up for the sole reason of they don't have any vertical threat on this team at all. 15 seasons in the NFL, that guy's like 37 years old. But he's still really fast. And you only need that guy to make one big play a game. That's it. That's a home run hitter. So clearly, right now, whoever's covering DeMarcus Robinson, which is got to be Tampa's 7th quarter on their depth chart, with, yeah, probably 6th or 7th. They're targeting him right now. Oh, see, look at that. It's incredible. He did not get it to the line of scrimmage, though, did he? Yeah, he wasn't even close. So you have to be more decisive. On that first pivot out, as soon as he spun and pivoted out, he had to take off there. Right there, he's got to go. Right there. Run. It's interesting because Lamar's played for a contract. He didn't sign a deal yet. And he's not really playing. He has played well. The first couple of weeks he was playing at MVP level, but he's not been playing particularly well the last couple of weeks. And with Lamar, you have to build your entire team around what it is that he does. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if New England goes after Lamar Jackson in free agency next year because the hoodie loves Lamar. All right, Tampa Tom. 5.5 minutes left. 80-plus yards to go. You can take it literally as much time as you want. Run the ball a lot. Try to get some points and leave as little clock as possible. If you had a big play offense, which they don't, you could try to take a shot early and try to double up. Take a shot, get some points, possibly. Quick, and then get a stop. Because Baltimore hasn't shown you anything on offense at all. And then see if you can get another quick score before the end of the half. This is why you need, like, so many different types of players on your team. Because Tampa doesn't really... They have Scotty Miller, but everybody knows when Scotty Miller's in... You're probably going to try to take a shot. I don't know if Tampa's even got the line to hold up long enough for Tom to go down the field like that, but just like Baltimore adding Deshaun Jackson, you got to have somebody to go down the field. with you have to be able to take a shot deep. You cannot just eat up the field 3 to 5 yards at a time. And both of these teams have been playing from behind recently. So there is no just chipping away at a lead in the NFL anymore. This guy's 170 games over 500. Are you kidding me? Peyton Manning's got 186 wins in the NFL, and Tom Brady is 160 over 500. Jesus. That is amazing. This is definitely Tom's biggest test. By far, this is his biggest test on as far as obstacles on a season. Well, they could have a successful year because everybody in the NFC sucks. Right now, the Giants and the Eagles are dope, but outside of the Eagles, the Giants and Seahawks are at the top of the NFC. And if Tampa is playing at a high level, they could easily beat both of those teams. They just haven't been playing at a high level. Evans has been off lately. Come on, Mike Evans. Evans has got the yips. Oh, he got him. Oh, gee. Come on, Mike Evans. Mike Evans been distracted lately with something. Tom Brady's numbers sound like Rex Grossman's numbers. 7 of 13 for 102. I can't believe I just said that. Alright, I have now somehow jumped into 16,000th place on the daily fantasy for tonight. But that's not going to work because I got Mark Andrews on that team, and he's probably going to be out for the game, so... Oh, I am fucking high, y'all. That's 2 blunts to the head in the first hour of this. That's normal Mob Deep Monday streams. I think excessive might be the word that I would use for some of those Mob Deep Monday streams. Yo, did y'all watch Black Adam yet? I usually watch everything twice. Once as an experience, and then the second time I watch it technically to like really like see if it's an actually good movie or not. And I didn't. I haven't watched this one in the second time yet, and I don't think I'm going to. I mean, I might wait until there's like an HD copy that's streaming somewhere and then watch it again, but I don't think I'm gonna watch it again. Yeah, Beefy, it's not, it's, it's not the worst movie. And considering it's a DC movie and mostly all of their movies suck, it's in comparison to the other DC catalog, it's not even in the bottom half, but that's not saying a whole lot, and I'm kind of like trying to stretch it into some positivity. This is literally all Baltimore can do. I'm telling you, it's so easy for Tampa to compress their safeties and their secondary down. Widen your linebackers out a little bit because Lamar is more of a threat to leak outside and take off because you got a giant monster of a human at nose tackle in Vita Vea, so he's not going to escape up the middle tonight. Isaiah Likely is in the game. That's how thin Baltimore's receiving core is right now. I mean, shout out to Isaiah Likely for getting the shot. Once again, they cannot go vertical. That was a terrible throw. Lamar is just... The windows in the NFL are so tight. See, I told you, Demarcus Robinson is the guy who he's utilizing tonight. So it's a good idea by Baltimore to pick up the pace because you have nothing but rookies in the secondary. So there's not going to be a whole lot of communication, effective communication going on because they're all new, especially working all together at the same time. Baltimore they should not be huddling up. They should have just kept pressing the gas pedal. They're going to have so much trouble communicating with each other tonight. You have to take advantage of it. See, look, you gave them a time to reset, talk about things, get into a proper formation, make substitutions if necessary, and you get a whole bunch of this. I mean, Beefy, not only that, it's just you don't it also takes game reps. You have to be going at game speed against an opposition in with your back against the wall sometimes. So the amount of time that it takes to actually get that chemistry is a half of a season of game time, and you're just not going to get that as backups because it's rare that you're all going to be playing together. They got like three days of practice this week to work on it. The good thing about it is they're working on it in practice against Tom Brady and those receivers, so not a bad example of a potent test. Harbaugh might go for this. They're going to talk about it. He might go for it. Lamar's going to say go for it, but he's been calling his own number all season, and it hasn't really been working out. Especially Mark Andrews is out right now with an injury, so who is he going to throw it to? You assume on fourth down that he's going to take off, which he should. See, this is dope for Twitch. There's 121,000 people watching this on Twitch right now. Not me on Twitch, that's for sure. But on Prime stream, that's 122,000 now. The NFL and sports in general are adapting to the streaming age, and they're making it openly available on streaming services. I've been streaming football games on the NFL for damn near 20 years. All the way back in the Infamous Studios days, I used to stream NFL games on Justin.tv. I missed that shit. Justin.tv was dope as fuck, man. It was just TV channels. It was, and each one was something for just streaming for 24 hours. So there was like 5 South Park channels, and it would literally be South Park just streaming for 24 hours, nonstop episodes. And each sports team would have a channel from somebody. So that's how I was able to watch Patriots games all those times, living in Queens where they only showed Jets games. Midget Mike, what up, homie? See, look, Lamar's telling Justin Tucker, no, we going for it, we going for it. And they are going for it. Yeah, now they got Twitch. The hot tub stuff is insane, but shout out to those who are able to make millions of dollars by sitting in a hot tub on Twitch. Because it ain't me, that's for sure. No, they're definitely going for it. See? Look, they went to Robinson because that's his guy right now, right? No doubt, Midget Mike. And Lamar called his own number again. And it didn't work out again. Yeah, 45's in the way, though. See, he had a window, but he had to lead Robinson farther along to the back pylon instead of having it be a vertical throw to the back of the end zone where it gave Jamel Dean a chance to jump up there and get it. The windows in the NFL are too small. You have to be outrageously accurate. So Tom's got 1:55 to go, and this is a lifetime in his world. Boom, effective 2-minute offense. Communication. Everybody already knows what to do. So that's not really a big deal because it stops the clock for you. You only need 2 yards just to get the first down. They have 3 timeouts, so I wouldn't be surprised if they ran a draw with Fournette. See, Tom knew it. He had him in a bad spot, and they knew it, so they called a timeout. All right, let's check the daily fantasy board. I have now dropped down to 17,996. This is not doing too good tonight. I wonder. I don't know if FanDuel has anything free tonight. Oh, what a fucking throw. I cannot believe he just did that. You have to see. Look at the accuracy. Beak. Oh, and he knew he was going to get hit. What a fucking throw. Wow, that was... Things like that are why he doesn't want to stop playing football. The guy's 45 years old and can still do that. See, now they got to call a timeout. All right, FanDuel's got some more free games. I don't get paid by FanDuel or DraftKings in any way unless I win. But we're up this year. We're up this year. A lot, which is dope. It makes it fun because it's free. Yeah, don't get a concussion. I had 17 midget, Mike. 1-7. See, now Baltimore can call a timeout because they're going to get the ball back. But I don't know why he didn't let that one go. He just threw that last one into triple. Throw it! Throw it! He just threw the last one into triple coverage. Another poorly executed Thursday night football by the NFL. Thursday night football has been bad football this year. The matchups on paper at the beginning of the season did not look bad, but then Then the season started to happen, and it's been some bad fucking football. Midget Mike, I do not like papers. They give me a headache. And I think I'm probably so used to the nicotine kick that I need it in my life. And I'm here for a good time, not a long time, homie. Yeah, I don't necessarily dislike spliffs. It's just somebody who smokes spliffs has to roll it. I can't do it because I don't know the proper ratio. Look at Isaiah likely getting all the burn. Yo, man, I appreciate it, Midget Bike. Yo, I've been trying to find somewhere to get some vinyls made, and it's just kind of impossible right now. If you're not like a huge company that's going to order a bunch of them, the places that are doing them are already getting orders from like giant record labels because there's only so many places that actually press vinyl that are any good at it. I should just learn how to do that shit myself. I do everything else myself. They might get them for... Yep, personal foul. Justin Tucker is like the best kicker in NFL history. See, I missed the days when there was two different face mask penalties. There was the 15-yarder personal foul and the 5-yard incidental face mask, where if you didn't do it on purpose, they just gave you a 5-yard penalty. "61 yards is Justin Tucker has this. This is not even a big kick for him. This is no big deal." This guy's hitting 71-yard field goals. Are you kidding me? They have 8 seconds. They're going to try to get a quick out and get a couple extra yards, which is unnecessary. This is stupid. Justin Tucker can hit 61 like nothing. That was so dumb. Yeah, Midget Mike, that's why I want to just do it myself. Just learn how to master for vinyl and then press vinyls. Why not? Yeah, but now they use plastic, and I don't want to do plastic. I want actual vinyl. I wonder how much a vinyl lathe is. Oh, they blocked it. Let's see. There's a used Japanese vinyl maker for 4,000. This one says $200 for a 12-inch lathe cutter. Interesting. I did meet somebody who knows somebody in Connecticut that takes on small clients, so I might be able to get it done. Gotti, what up, homie? Smoking blunts and watching football right now. Uh, Watching very bad football. Tom Brady distracted with all the things going on in his personal life, and the Ravens just aren't any good. Oh, man. Mark Andrews out too. Literally, your best offensive weapon, not named Lamar Jackson, was questionable coming into the game and now is out. The fuck is Baltimore going to do now? See, they should have known in a game like this, where their offense is going to be limited. They took 3 points off the board by going for it on fourth and whatever and not getting it. It's going to be a tight game, low scoring. You got to take the points when you can get them. I understand they're only down one score technically, but you might not get in the end zone tonight. You might have to just kick field goals. So you're going to have to take them when you can get them. And Lamar Jackson has been outrageously erratic on fourth down in the red zone this season. A lot of picks. A lot of fucking picks. Yo, I gotta go grab my drink. I will be right the fuck back. Whew, I am high. I've had a headache for like 3 fucking days. Halftime, y'all. We have moved up. We are now 15,000th place in the daily fantasy, but we are still getting smashed. Yo, Midget Mike, I don't know if you do like daily fantasy shit on DraftKings and FanDuel. Yo, I hurt my foot early this season, and I couldn't shift my weight from the back to the front on a swing. Like all year, my left foot, the bottom of it it really, really hurt after a round of golf. And I started playing terrible fucking golf because I couldn't shift my weight for it. I was just really bad, so I just stopped playing. Nah, it's free. Midget Mike, that's what I'm saying. They got free daily fantasy games every Sunday and free pool contest all week long on both of them. Yeah, I'm on draft. They got 2 free ones tonight in DraftKings. Yo, I'm up like 500 this season. Me and my godson both hit on DraftKings this Sunday. That's for sure. Yeah, I definitely miss golf, man. I thought about it today. It was like 72 degrees in New York. I was like, damn, man, should fucking play golf, but it still would have been terrible golf if I would have attempted it. Yeah, Mitch, Mike, I told you I'm up like 350 something almost this season. You just like if you're already on DraftKings, just go into the lobby and then just hit it. Hit the filter so that it says for free, and every Sunday there's like 15 of them. Both of them, FanDuel and DraftKings, have free contests all the fucking time, dude. It's fucking nuts. So in the 2 games that are free tonight on DraftKings, if you win both of them, you could win $5,500. So it's $5,000 in one of them and $500 in the other. And the 5,000 contests on DraftKings, I am currently in 15,000th place, and it's not going to get any better because Mark Andrews is out for the rest of the game probably, and I have him in my squad, and that sucks. I don't know. Whoever's winning definitely had DeMarcus Robinson because he's the only person Lamar's throwing it to. Nah, it's free, so it works everywhere. This is daily fantasy, so you go into DraftKings Fantasy. And then the daily fantasy shits you can play anywhere. So the sports book and the fantasy aspects are completely different because they just now started allowing. This is the first full season of sports betting being legal in New York. Is this season? It became legal right before the playoffs last year. And they were, that Super Bowl if you lived in New York, man, they were giving away like $1,000 free just to sign up for the fantasy apps and shit. It was nuts. I mean, it's $1,000 on-site bets, but then just go win some bets, dude. Every single week I do a 15-leg parlay in the NFL. Last week, not so good, but the 2 weeks before that, I hit 13 out of 15, like that far away from hitting for like 70,000. I'm gonna get one this season. Yeah, weed's legal everywhere, man. If it's legal in Texas, forget about it. Look at what they're doing to the country. Weed's legal, gambling's legal, about to make prostitution legal. Yo, Midget Mike, there is literally a weed shop on every fucking block now. They're like bodegas here. It is, because they don't have the licensing figured out yet. So it is absolutely banana land right now with the weed shops in New York. They're not even smoke shops. They're fucking weed shops. Well, Elon lives in Texas now, so they're going to probably change that. And Austin is historically blue leading, so the more influence that Austin gets on statewide politics, the closer that weed will get to be legalized, at least medically in Texas, which is the first step. It's going to happen everywhere, dude. They're going to make it federally legal within the next 2 years because the left side of politics is going to be desperate and make any move possible to gain votes, and they'll make it federally legal. And then all the politicians will, they'll invest in all of the major weed companies that will be granted national licenses and shit. It's going to be nuts. There'll be weed in everything. Literally. All right, so it's second half. Teams typically are going to make their adjustments. I mean, you're forced to make adjustments unless you're absolutely dominating because the other team is going to make adjustments to whatever you were successful in the first half anyway. So you have to try to stay ahead of the game and whatnot, but it's just bad football for these teams. It's going to be legalized, dude. You figure Caleb Ott will be involved in the second half. Tampa's offensive line is terrible. It's crazy every single time I see special teams plays. All I think about is how my mom always wanted somebody in the family to be a kicker. And then you think about it, that gives you the absolute highest opportunity of having the longest career possible with the least of a physical toll on your whole body. Now your hip and knee and ankle and shit are going to be fucked up. But, you don't take collisions. You can play until you're like 40 easily. Fuck that shit. You want to score touchdowns. Get your name in the newspaper and shit. How the hell else you going to leave a small town in the middle of America? It's just like, it's like the hood version is, yo, you gotta play basketball and shit to get out. Like, you gotta hoop. And in the middle of America, you gotta play football to get out of those places. Whoop! Lamar's a video game. See what happens if Lamar can't escape up the middle? See, that's what I pointed out in the first half about how they aren't going to allow him to escape up the middle. And he just did that time. That was literally the key to keeping him contained, is actually making sure that the middle is shored up and not containment. It's a weird paradox when you play against Lamar. If you give him the middle of the field, then he's free to create an open space, which he can go anywhere. And you're in real trouble. He's going to put a lot of pressure on anybody to make tackles. If he leaks to the outside, you could use the out-of-bounds lines as a extra defender, and you could force him out of bounds. See, the Ravens have already, their adjustment is now they are actually attacking up the middle. See, Andrews already had a shoulder issue coming into this game, and then he took a shot right on top. He's definitely done for the game. See, they're continuing. Up the center and off tackle right now. This is the adjustment that Baltimore has made, so Tampa now has to make the adjustment. Bink, cut, and right up the middle. They're putting pressure on on the linebackers right now. See, the problem, Midget Mike, is Baltimore keeps going for it this year. And a lot of NFL teams are going for it. You have younger coaches who grew up playing Madden, not playing football. And they go by analytics and shit like this instead of game feel. Like Brandon Staley for the Chargers. Sirianni for the Eagles. What's the dude in LaFleur? McVay, Shanahan, like that whole tree of younger coaches, they go for it on fourth like it's nothing. Yeah, Midget Mike, these coaches grew up playing Madden. The dude, McDaniel down in Miami, all these head coaches are like 35 to 38 years old. It's nuts. They're younger than a lot of the players on their team. And you look at them and you're like, I don't know if that guy actually played football. It looks like he played Madden. They go for it on fourth a lot. And in really odd situations, they'll go for it on fourth and like 3, 4th and 4 on their own side of the field. And it's just like, all right, if you don't get this, then they're literally a first down from almost a guaranteed field goal. That's like, you're basically just giving away 3 points right here. And plus, your defense is not a fan of that shit. So the offense and defense are two completely different units in this battle that's going on in the field. They all wear the same uniforms. They all fight for the same cause and whatnot. But, you know, one's the Navy and one's the Marines or something like that. They're completely different units. And you compete against each other in practice. And it's very divided in that manner. It's not like that in high school because you just play offense and defense. When I got to college, it was really fucking weird that you only play one side of the ball. So you're not a wide receiver and a corner. You're just one of those. And that's all you do. And you wear different uniforms during practice and everything. So your defense, if you go for it a lot on fourth and don't get it, they do not like that shit because you're putting them on their fucking heels a lot. You go for it on fourth and whatever on your own 40 and then you don't get it, and all of a sudden, if they give up 5 yards, they're in field goal range already. And it's just like, damn, man, that goes against all of the, contracts are stat driven also. You have to, achievement driven. So, if they'll put things in these mega contracts, or like if your defense is in the top, whatever of the league, then you get this bonus and whatnot, and shit like that destroys those contracts. These players hate that shit. See, Baltimore has got to figure a way to get Duvernay involved in the game more. He's one of those players you just have to figure out how to get the ball into his hands. He's not necessarily a great wide receiver, like a route runner. So you just got to get him the ball somehow. It takes creative coaching. We are up to 13,700 in the daily fantasy. I don't even remember my lineup. Justin Tucker, the Ravens D, Mark Andrews, who's not playing anymore, Gus Edwards, Mike Evans, and Lamar Jackson. I do not have anybody who is being effective tonight. Yeah, Bishop Mike, you got to get all these free daily fantasy games. You get free money to build up your bank, and then, fuck it, you could take it out if you want, but I use that to go in and then get into, there you go, tie game. I like to enter the single entry daily fantasy games that are, because the ones with, where you can enter 50 different lineups, people just enter every single possibility, and those are the ones who win. Single entry, you got one shot at this shit. It's like buying a lottery ticket, but football based. All right, so Baltimore has effectively made adjustments. Second half adjustments are running the ball up the middle and then getting the ball into Devin Duvernay's hands somehow. And on that drive, it has been wholly effective. I have now dropped down to 16,666 place. That's not a good sign. Unknown, what up, yo? Literally smoking blunts and watching football and hanging out with the homies. What's up? I'm not trying to compare fucked up at this, but I've had a splitting headache for the last, I don't know, 70, 80 hours or so. So, that's the peaks and valleys of existence. No, I think Pat McAfee is definitely the hardest working man in showbiz. We'll see how active I get this winter. I got to figure out how many different types of shits I can get going. If anybody is fucked up, my first answer, as long as it will not affect things in a negative way, is smoke some weed. Now, my friend's grandmother, who was a very sage and wise old woman, she used to smoke cigars on the porch when we would get home from football practice. She was hilarious. R.I.P. to Opal. But she always said, no matter what is ailing you, go take a poop. No matter what it is, you break your leg, go poop. You'll be alright. That was her solution for everything. I think Kirk Herbstreit is incorrect. The reason why defenses are dominating and offenses are struggling, he does have a point right there. Okay, White. These guys don't play together until week 1. They don't play in the preseason anymore. So it takes 4, 5, 6 weeks for them to even get worked into something, and by that time you're having a lot of injuries. So now you have to work new people into something that everybody's trying to work into something that's new. And the teams that are like that are they're taking hits this year. So Tampa says we're getting Rachaad White involved in the second half, and I like it. I like it. This kid can play. I thought I had him on one of my daily fantasies tonight, but clearly I took him off and changed it. I hate it when I do that. I get so indecisive. Julio Old Bones. Look at him walking off the field, his body language. Gonna take his helmet off. He's done. So you could guess what Julio not getting in the rest of this game. Oh, terrible throw by Tom. Tom is mad, which means that Mike Evans might have went to the wrong spot. Yeah, he's talking to Mike, so he's like, "Yo, Mike, you read the wrong. They were definitely on different wavelengths right there. So you can't be like, oh, that's a bad throw by Tom. It was a bad decision by one of them." Ugly football game. Ugly football game. You know, every once in a while, believe it or not, I think to myself, I think I smoke too much weed. You know, I read an article today where it said that Snoop has a blunt roller, and she claimed that Snoop smokes 150 blunts a day. Which, I mean, come on, let's be realistic and do the math of that. 150. If you're up for, if you're up and if you're not smoking for 9 hours out of your day, sleeping, eating, talking, whatever else, that'd be 10 blunts an hour for 15 hours. 10 in an hour. That's one every 6 minutes. An hour for 15 hours. If you're going to smoke a blunt in 6 minutes to the head, yeah, she gets $50,000 a year just to roll blunts for him. A blunt in 6 minutes to the head, you're literally not even breathing oxygen at this point anymore. You're just breathing weed. The numbers make it impossible. I did the 24-hour blunt challenge once and smoked one blunt an hour for 24 hours, and I can promise you that by about hour 7 or 8, it was getting really, really hard to finish a blunt. And, you know, into double digits, I was running into having some of the blunt left and rolling up for the next hour. See, once again, Duvernay is the focus of the second half offense. Tampa Bay's going to have to make an adjustment and switch somebody into probably if Winfield is playing, which I don't think he is. Then somebody's going to have to focus and figure out where Duvernay is at all night. That's just this beefy. The statistics of it are improbable. It's impossible. If she'd have said 15 in a day, I'd have been like, I could see that. Especially because it's Snoop. They're going to be like, you know, you'd have to see what his weed to paper or back. I don't know if he smokes backwoods or not. But his wrap to weed ratio is. Everybody likes it different. There's a lot of people that like to rip off as much paper as possible when they roll up, and I actually, with blunts, never tore any of it off. These were like stealthy ways to make sure that nobody wanted to smoke your blunts, because they'd be like, oh damn, there's too much paper. I don't like this. Told you, Infamous Studios was savage, man. When the blunt left your hand, it wasn't coming back. That P line about his Duns got lungs. When they smoke, the blunt only go around once. He was not lying. Look at Isaiah Likely taking over the Mark Andrews role of getting yardage from the tight end position. It was a good throw by Lamar. You got to give him credit where credit is due. He's been off, but that was a solid throw. See, I told Kerry during the draft that I like that guy, Tryon, right there. Yeah, Larry Bird, you already know. Yo, shout out to Twin. I talked to Twin today. Infamous IPA getting launched very soon. Congratulations, Twin. Got his own motherfucking beer now. Got his own weed, his own beer. Twin is doing his motherfucking thing, man. All night, well, the second half, all third quarter so far has been off tackle, zone runs, and been extremely effective. This is two drives in a row. I mean, I picked Baltimore to win, so, you know, as far as those things go, I'm all about that. But I'm a Tom Brady fan through and through, and I don't like this shit. I don't like it. Well, see, that's what happens when you go away from what's working. Zone reads and off tackle has been working for 2 straight drives. Let's not do that real quick. You guys have to remember, like, if you're playing Madden, if something's working, you're just going to you're going to pound away at it until they stop you. Oh, good move. Marcus Robinson balling tonight. These coaches and these coordinators have such big egos. And sometimes they want to make it about them, like their scheme and their decisions and shit. What a move. Oh, wow, Tampa's definitely losing this game. Tampa's already missing so many people on defense, and they're already into their 60th play. and you got the fourth quarter left, they are going to be absolutely gassed. So no matter how Baltimore scores right here, a field goal or a touchdown, if Tampa Bay's, look at them, fucking all of them breathing so hard. If Tampa Bay goes and has a quick drive, 3 and out, or just one first down and then out, this game is over because Baltimore will score on that drive. Oh, what a catch. Likely, unlikely getting busy tonight. Who the fuck is likely? That's the NFL for you. People get hurt and people have to step up. Good decision by Lamar. That was the right decision. Good catch. See, Mark Andrews is so dope that likely he's just been on the bench buried underneath him because he's a rookie. And then now look what happens. Andrews gets hurt. Somebody has to step up. This guy has 5 catches and a touchdown. And everybody's watching this game because it's the only one on. Coaches always call that like getting reps on film. Like, you know, there's now game footage of this Isaiah Likely getting busy. That's how you get leverage for your next contract. You gotta play the game tape and be like, see what I did? It is Midget Mike. It is now 17-10 Baltimore. What a throw. Great footwork. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, he ain't got a third foot in just for assurance. Oh, way to work back. And keep himself inbounds. What a great play. What a great play all around by that kid. There's so many things that he did right. And he's only a rookie. That's a good sign for them. There's a lot of things that he did right. When Lamar had to pause on the throw and move to a new platform in order to get a throwing window, he didn't just sit in one spot. He actually worked himself back to the open area, and then as he's working himself back on the back line, he made sure that he actually worked himself more in to allow himself the space to make the catch with his feet, or get his feet in when he made the catch, instead of just continuing to work flat to where he may have landed with 1 foot on the line or out of bounds. So he worked himself to an open spot, properly ran the correct angle in working back to this open spot to ensure that he would stay in bounds. And then third, on the catch itself, not only did he get both feet in, but the first foot that tapped barely, he actually drug it again to ensure this is a catch. There's no doubt about it. So there's a lot of little tiny things that he did right. High-level football. Very high-level football. I like it. It's important. This is the NFL. It's the highest stage on the planet. You have to. There can be no mistakes. The margin for error is the thinnest. It's crazy because, they've been doing this for so long now. Each generation gets better and better because you see these guys doing it on film, so you go and work on it in your backyard as a kid and then go do it in real life. Like one-handed catches, everybody does one-handed catches now. But the foot drag thing is so commonplace now amongst wide receivers because you've always been taught on the field turf with those little tiny black rubber things that they put for shock absorption and grip. When you drag your foot, it creates a little rooster tail of those, and it's easy to see on the replay that your foot was in and exactly where it started contact with the ground because there's a explosion of these little tiny black pellets. These kids have grown up seeing it on slow motion their whole lives now, so it's just part of the game. It's just dope because that guy's a rookie, and you saw a lot of that a lot of rookies and young players have the physical tools to be on the football field, and they need to learn how to actually play the game at that level. And some of them never do. Some of them take a while. That kid did a lot of high-level things quick, early. I mean, good for him. Isaiah Likely. I like it. All right, so Beefy, I said it earlier. We might be watching the end of Tom Brady's career. This drive right here has the rest of his career on it. They have to score. They have to give the defense a time to fucking collect themselves and breathe. So even if they don't, even if they scored on one play, that's terrible for them. It'd be great for the points, but their defense would just get ran over. So they need to sustain a drive and get some points and allow the defense some time to fucking breathe. And this is nuts, Beefy, because this is literally one of the worst defenses fucking ever. So if you can't do it against these guys, who the fuck are you going to do it against? Now listen, man, I'm the biggest Tom Brady fan of all time. But I do not like what I'm watching. For more than a decade, if you were one of my good friends or family members, and we had a conversation on the phone, before I hung up, I did not say goodbye. Okay, Mike. Mike Evans is better than Marlon Humphrey, so just give him the fucking ball. Give him a shot. So anyway, before I would hang up, instead of saying goodbye, I would say Tom Brady and then hang up. To my mom, nice, you name it. Everybody got it. From that time period where Tom Brady won his third Super Bowl until he won number 4, which was 10 years, I said Tom Brady as a way to say goodbye to people on the phone. A solid decade. And I told everybody, and my dad used to get mad at me for that, and I'd be like, yo, I'm going to say Tom Brady to everybody until Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl. And when he did, I stopped. Yeah, Beefy, I really did that. If I ever met Tom Brady, that's the only thing that I would tell him. That's a very busy and important individual. And somebody like that, everybody wants something from him, a piece of their time, some sort of investment, money, energy, time, whatever. And you just don't, it's exhausting. So I wouldn't want to eat up too much of his time, but I would definitely tell him that story. Oh, yeah, BFC, that's so meta. I would have to do it. I'd be like, Tom Brady, and then walk away. Yeah, see, thank you. That's the perfect way to end that conversation. Oh, that's a flag. That's got to be a flag. It's Tom Brady. Throw a flag. Throw a flag. Oh, that ref wants to throw one. He got his hand in his pocket. He's like, yo, do I throw it? It's Tom. Is he hurt? Oh, see, he missed him. He had Godwin, or he had Julio Jones. Yeah, that wasn't a it wasn't a penalty. It's just Tom Brady. They got to give him one. It's the only way they're going to keep Tampa in the game. They're going to have to help Tom out. So now you got an exhausted Patriots, an exhausted Buccaneers defense about to come back out on the field. Now, if I'm Baltimore, I am pressing the gas the entire time. I'm going no huddle, calling two plays on the first drive out the huddle, and we're going. And we're going up tempo and pressing the gas because the defense is done. You know, if you score a touchdown, you put yourself up 10, and it doesn't look like Tampa's offense can score on you, and then their defense can stop you, and they can sustain another drive to score on you again. So even if you do it quick in a couple plays, if you press the gas pedal right now and score and really put the pressure on their defense, you can win this game and it's over. See, I am not excited about Wakanda Forever, but I am going to watch it. So I think that's another thing I'm going to do on YouTube and Twitch is movie reviews. I was doing album reviews and shit, but I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't listen to things that I don't want to listen to and that I don't like and then be honest about it because I might have a personal relationship with some of these people and I don't want to have to eviscerate a project that from somebody that I have a relationship with just to do a video about it. So yeah, I think I want to do like reviews and shit so that whenever I watch Black Adam and put myself through that nonsense, I can tell y'all you don't have to watch Black Adam and put yourself through that nonsense. It's like a martyrdom. I'm sacrificing my hour and a half to 2 hours of time so that you don't have to. This last blunt is going to be fucking brutal. I can already tell. But I'm committed. I am up to 15,753rd place. Not looking good, people. Yeah, Larry Bird. So what everybody was saying is like the two most overused commodities out right now in modern day entertainment and movies. Superhero movies and The Rock together. But just LDS, what up, homie? Just as a movie itself, pacing, editing, story arc, character development, things of this nature. It just color correction. It's just not good. See? What did I say? Tampa's defense is gassed. Like my lungs are about to get. So you put pressure on them. Baltimore all night, their center and guards have been releasing off of whoever's in front of them and going up to Devin White the entire second half. And whoever is beside them on the line has been taking over their spot. So if there's a nose tackle, the center is getting a chip on them and allowing the guard beside them to peel over as they release up into Devin White. And then the back is cutting off behind them. And it's been the same fucking side. It's been the right side of the line the entire second half. Clearly that's Baltimore's best side of their offensive line because they have been effective. Yo, so what do you guys smoke in Serbia? Is it like hash? Or if it's weed, what strains are like big in Serbia? It would be like AK-47. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're in an area that's different. So what strains are big? What work over there? Like Durban Poison, AK-47, Afghan Kush. I imagine like those ones. I don't know. That might be more dry than I'm thinking Serbia is. Some Serbian skunk, Damaja. Did I say that right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So with certain strains, their genetic coding is, their programming is to react positively to certain environments. So you can't just grow any type of weed in any environment. It's not going to work like that. Jokic, okay. Dabaya. Dabaya. Yeah, that's all. I'm too white in country. That's as close as you're getting. Damaya. My accent will not allow me to enunciate in many languages. Likely is getting fucking busy. He said close enough. He said South Slavic. Is that like Bjork? Bjork? I always thought her name was Bjork. It's Bjork. So it'd be that type of Y. Damaya. I can't do it. I can't. The A's are only going to come out of my mouth in one way. That's the country. Yeah, see, I don't know anything. And I smoke a lot of weed. So most of the shit that I say is with a very humorous angle because I don't know. And the good thing about being an adult is it's hilarious to be like, yo, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, man. I don't know shit about things of that nature. There's too much stuff to know, man. There's too much stuff. There's only enough time to know a lot of stuff about a couple things. That's my excuse. The Balkans. Yeah, weed's pretty much legal over here, dude. That's why I don't know shit about European culture, because weed's too legal everywhere. I'm high all the time. See, Devin Duvernay getting busy again. It's been Duvernay and Isaiah Likely. Baltimore has only needed 2 people to beat Tampa's defense tonight. They are just poorly executed. Definitely roll the fuck up, homie. Yeah, Lamar is mad. He saw that hold as he was running. All right, we're up to 15,611th place. We are not going to win any money tonight. I mean, I grow weed, LDS. You know, it's just like every other plant. Within the species itself, there are subspecies that will react positively to whichever environment you're in. You just have to grow those ones. If it's kind of dry, and arid, then you're going to have to get strains of weed that grow in the Middle East well, because that's what they've been doing that for millions of years in that environment genetically. So you're going to want that programming. Weed that is successful and dominant in like the Northeast of America, where it's wet and humid all the time, is not going to do well at all in a dry environment. Yeah, see, I don't know how the weed game is in Europe. I imagine it's like it is here, where certain states are legal, certain states are medically legal, and in certain states it's not legal at all. And all you have to do is cross an imaginary line, and you are now in legal jeopardy out of fucking nowhere. Yo, today is Carrie's birthday, so happy birthday to the other half of the Gray Matter crew, my motherfucking homie, Carrie. See, I told you this game is over. It doesn't matter if Tampa scores. They can't stop Baltimore. It has been Duvernay in the second half all day. And I had him on one of the daily fantasies, and I took him off. Oh, man, I really fucked up tonight on my daily fantasy picks. I second-guessed myself. See, Bishop Mike, this is what's dope about the free wins on DraftKings. I didn't even pay for this shit, so who fucking cares if I lose? It's dope if you win, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I told you, I'm up, like, somewhere between 300 and 400 this season, which is a miracle, because if you've been following us on Gray Matter, the first 3 to 4 weeks of the season were really, really rough on our end. Yeah, LDS, that's why Lamar is so unique to try to defend against in the NFL, because he's the quarterback and he's the fastest player on the field. That hasn't happened since Michael Vick played, when he played for Atlanta. I know he was still ultra fast when he played for Philly, but he was a different type of player then. When he played for Atlanta, he was definitely the fastest player on the field, and he played quarterback. And if you played Madden back in those days, you just took Vic and took off running. It was impossible to stop. He was a 99 in speed, and he was the quarterback. It was almost like the Bo Jackson days on Tecmo Bowl, because if you're too young to remember Tecmo Bowl, it was illegal for you to pick the Raiders on Tecmo Bowl because Bo Jackson was so fast that it was impossible. You could take a run and then start running laps around the field and having the entire team defense chasing you and none of them catching you. You could do that for an entire quarter and just score at the end of the quarter to make the game go as fast as possible. It's absolutely stupid. Tom Brady has played 302 straight games without losing 3 in a row. It's about to happen tonight. What's going to be interesting if this ultimatum from Giselle is true and Tom really has to pick between playing football and being married. Because they suck this year. Just retire, Tom. You should have stayed retired. I'm the biggest Tom Brady fan ever, and I said that after last season, you should have called it quits. You're one play away from going to the Super Bowl. You led the league in touchdowns and passing. You were still one of the best quarterbacks in football. Just walk away on top, dude. Yeah, see, LDS, you get it. You get it. You get it, dude. There was definitely a cauldron and some ancient dialect being spoken. Yeah, Larry Bird, remember what Batman said? You either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain. Tom Brady is now living one season long enough to become the villain. Everyone's just like, yo, Tom, like, give it up, dude. Even me. I think it'd be hilarious if they go on a late season run and, like, get to the Super Bowl or something, because the NFC is kind of weak. Like, if somehow the Eagles play their worst game of the season in the playoffs and you can trip them up and just, like, sneak your way into the Super Bowl. Yo, see, that's the thing, though, is he'll never retire in peace. Ever. It would never happen. He's 45 and still playing. They're down 11. They got to get a touchdown and a field goal. The touchdown has to be this drive. They can't make it a quick drive and get a field goal because their defense is done. Toasted. They have to try to, and a 2-point conversion, but they have to try to, their defense has to they have to produce a turnover that they are not going to be capable of unless Lamar has an errant throw. But they're up by so much, and they're going to want to kill the clock, so they're not going to fucking throw it anyway. Yeah, it's not going to happen. That should be 1 in 3,000 odds. Oh, that's a flag. That's a flag. All right, so here's your big play. They needed a big play, and they got it via pass interference or big play downfield. It's the same fucking thing in the NFL because you get spot foul. So that's a clear foul. So that's a huge play. So now Leonard Fournette's probably going to score again because Baltimore's defense sucks anyway. Maybe Mike Evans here. Possibly Chris Godwin because this is his kind of like territory. So, oh, see, there's Godwin. So I imagine this might be Leonard Fournette. Fournette's not in. They got White in. Bad play calling on by Byron Leftwich. They had 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they rolled Tom Brady out to the short side with 1 receiver. Look at him rolling to the short side, and you have Julio Jones with 3 guys around him, and you got one-on-ones on the opposite side of the field. And if it's a zone, then you can flood the zone with 3 receivers to 3 defenders trying to cover all of them. So yeah, Mr. LDS, you can watch it on Twitch for free. Which is, I'm literally watching it on Twitch as I'm streaming with you guys. So that's the dope thing about Thursday Night Football this year is it's free on Twitch. Or Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime. Getting super smashed in the daily fantasy. We have dropped out to 19,616th place. Gotta get rid of it, Tom. It's gonna be a hold. Yep. They keep destroying themselves. Yeah, see, once Tom passed him, he's got to let go. That's not a hold in the NFL until the ball or action is behind that person now. So That's low IQ football. Once Tom released out from the pocket there, you have to let go. So now it's fourth down. They have to get 11. You can go for it now. And the game's either won or lost. Or you can kick the field goal and then guarantee yourself the rest of this game at least. Julio almost fucking dropped that shit. Yeah, so this is it. This is Tom's marriage. This is Tom's career on his shoulders. And they just got a fucking flag. So now they probably kick the field goal. And they're going to kick it now. They should have tried to kick it anyway, at least to guarantee the rest of this football game. Because if you don't get that fourth down and goal, then the game's over anyway. I mean, the thinking behind this, Beefy, is you need 11 points. So you kick the field goal now. Now you're down 8. That's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So defense has to get a stop somehow. As long as the defense gets a stop. Even if you get the ball back with 20 seconds, realistically, you need 2 plays for a shot to tie this football game because you need to get yourself in a close enough position to be able to get a Hail Mary off. And that's it. So, and with the Hail Mary, you get almost a get out of jail free card, because if you throw up a Hail Mary and there's a pass interference, you're going to get an untimed down from the 1 yard line if that pass interference is in the end zone. Which means you got one shot to score a touchdown and possibly tie the game up, or at least give yourself a shot to tie the game up. So, mathematically and, momentum-wise to keep yourself in the game, you should have kicked the field goal anyway. So they're actually lucky they got that false start. Fortunate mistake. They're not going to look at it as that's happening because they want to score. That's where the coach has to take over and be like, nah, we're kicking the fucking field goal. But it's Tom Brady. How do you tell Tom Brady, nah, I'm taking the ball out of your hands, we're kicking a field goal, and we're going to rely on our defense that has failed to stop Baltimore at all in the second half? Isaiah Unlikely goes off tonight. See, the smart daily fantasy player would have said, Mark Andrews is not going to be in the game, so who's his backup? He's probably going to get busy tonight. I should have known that Tampa was going to do absolutely nothing. Which I did. I only picked Evans and I think maybe Godwin. Actually, I only picked Evans on both of my daily fantasies. I'm down to 23,000. I'm getting smashed. You have to have Isaiah Likely, which I don't. And Devin Duvernay, which I don't. See, the Ravens can go on a run because they got New Orleans, Carolina, Jacksonville, and Denver. They can win all those games. They got the Rams, Seattle, Cleveland, and New Orleans. Tampa might only win 2 of those games. This is not good for them, man. They're about to be 5-7. Still might win their division, though. See, I'm telling you, Tampa's defense is gassed. I guess the other school of thought is you have to score a touchdown there, because if you can't stop them from scoring, but you can hold them to 3, then you're only down 6. And that's still a 1-score game, but that false start took all decisions out of their hands anyway. 70 plays in the NFL. That is so many. That's so many plays. Also considering the Tampa Bay's defense, the players that are on the field have been on the field all night because they're all backups because everybody's hurt. So they don't have anybody to give them a break. They're out there. 450 yards of offense, almost double the time of possession. I wonder what the odds of Tom actually walking away from football are after this game. Giselle's probably like, see, I fucking told you. I fucking told you shouldn't have come back, Tom. You ain't shit no more. Oh, everybody's probably talking mad shit to Tom. It's just going to make him want to keep playing. It's Tom Brady, dude. It's like Michael Jordan. You can't... Mike, Kobe, Tom, Tiger, Serena, these athletes are the same type of athletes. There is no stopping. When you're the greatest of all time at something, you can't stop. How can you? You're the greatest ever. Your ego has to be so outrageously huge in order to even handle the pressure of being the greatest ever. It has to be huge. Just to have the confidence in yourself to be able to do that. LDS, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Tom Brady fan, yes, but I'm a Patriots fan. I don't know if I would say the Patriots suck, but we're not great right now, that's for sure. We definitely have a quarterback controversy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his team's not any good. There's no reason to keep playing. If he wants to retire on a Super Bowl, he's going to have to play another year. And that's the greatest kicker of all time ended this football game. So it's not over, but the Bucs are going to have to score and then get an onside kick and then have a miracle happen. That's the only way. See, we can get the Jets. They have some injuries, but Mac Jones should not be starting. It's Zappy hour. Come on, Patriots. Get over the Mac Jones thing. Sunday night, Green Bay at Buffalo on paper sounds like an incredible game. Buffalo might win by 1,000. Bengals and Browns on Monday. Jamar Chase out for like 4 to 6 weeks. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. Big numbers coming up from them. Yeah, see, the Ravens have a very weak schedule for the rest of the season, so they might get into the playoffs with a solid record, like 11, 12 wins. And it's going to look very false because their performance on the field is not a deep playoff team. So they'll probably get exposed in the first or second round of the playoffs badly when they play an elite level team. Like Buffalo or somebody. Kansas City, Buffalo. So they play either of those in the second round. It's blowout city. And then, everyone will get on Lamar and be like, see, Lamar can't play in the playoffs. And it's just like, their team isn't really that good, and they played a really favorable schedule. If you go back and look at their schedule, especially the second half of the season, they played a bunch of bums. They're a mid-level team that played lower-tier teams the whole second half of the season. It's going to inflate what they look like. And then when they play... Let me think. Definitely Buffalo and Kansas City. AFC South. They all suck. Jacksonville and Indianapolis and Houston. Oh, they're all bums. Oh, they're so bad down there. So, possibly Cincinnati. If Jamar Chase is back in there at full strength, then Cincinnati would completely expose them too. Other than that, I don't think there's really any teams in the AFC that are that much better than them, but there are three that are a completely different level. Another flag, Jesus. Well, I mean, what a way to start this drive with a huge completion and a 15-yarder tacked on. Baltimore's going to look at that. That's not a catch. Well, at least they got to 15 yards and the clock stopped, but this is not a catch. I don't know. His fingers might have been under the ball. It did not really move. See, the fact that it hit the ground that much, they're going to call it incomplete, but it didn't really move. And that's usually what you look for. When it hit the ground, it didn't really alter the physics of the ball at all. See right there, that's a bad angle to look at. Look at it. He's like, I caught it. I swear I caught it. It doesn't matter. Ball hitting ground equals no catch in NFL. They needed that. That would have been a huge play. That was like a nearly 20-yard completion with a 15-yard penalty. It's 35-yard play to open up the drive. You literally are almost in scoring position already. You get yourself in a situation that quickly, you can go again on the game plan with a minute 52 left of we can get 3 points real quick and then try to get the ball back and get a touchdown. Which, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you would want to do, but you have to consider all possible options left for you to possibly extend this game in any way whatsoever. Like, how many different combinations can lead you to an outcome of 11 points in these last minute and 55? That's all you're looking for. Because eventually, play by play, eventually one of those options is going to be eliminated, and you are limiting yourself to any possible way to get out of this. Tom Brady at 3-5, that's brutal. Who's having a worse season, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? That's a stupid play, Scotty Miller, because you could have cut up field and got another 20 yards, it looked like. And then just hurry up and get another play. You don't really need to stop the clock. No matter what the second drive gets you, if you get the onside kick, and look, because of the sack, you have to waste a timeout. There's a lot of mental mistakes on Tampa Bay in their coaching and their execution on field. Not good stuff, people. Anyway, no matter what, if you can possibly get it to the point where you get a successful onside kick and you have to either get a Hail Mary or a long field goal, both of those are last second long chance plays. So the clock, you're not necessarily battling the clock at this moment. Just a stupid fucking play by Scotty Miller. He ran sideways for like 3 fucking seconds just to get out of bounds when he could have cut up field. Used those 3 seconds to get another 10 yards. See, the reason they're using their timeouts is because they are 100% going for an onside kick after they score. There's no them scoring and then trying to use their timeouts to stop the clock and then force a punt. That's out the window. They can use these timeouts to ensure that they can properly score here, get a touchdown, go for the onside kick, run maybe a play or two and get yourself in a position to kick a field goal and try to send this to overtime. No big deal to blow those timeouts. Again, 1:15 left. They're not battling the clock. I mean, you typically want as much time as possible to operate your game plan, but where you would panic and think like, oh, they don't have to save those timeouts, you don't need to save those right now. You're not trying to stop Baltimore's offense on the next drive. Your thought process is onside kick. Proper execution. Tom Brady's been in this situation 8 trillion times. This is actually where he operates at his highest level, is in these clock management, quick operation, quick information processing, and decision making. 29,266 place on DraftKings. Getting slaughtered. Good play by Hamilton. See, now here goes your question is, if it gets to fourth down, do you go for it, or do you just kick the field goal and then go onside kick and then try to throw a Hail Mary? I think since you have Mike Evans, you go for the Hail Mary. Kick the field goal now and then go for... That's happened so many times tonight. So you wonder why this happened a lot. Is these offensive linemen are not... You got to be good at knocking the defender's hands down so they don't get them up in the passing lane. That's the hand fighting thing. So this is game right here. They should have kicked the field goal. It's going to be offensive pass interference. So then they're going to kick the field goal anyway. Oh, wow. I bet you the defense thought that it was a flag on the offense and kind of gave up because they kind of mailed it in on that play. So they get the touchdown. Watch for, at this moment, the defense is kind of just like, they didn't really react quick enough. He caught that at the 4. Oh, are you kidding me, you bum? It's a hold anyway. All right, so they get the 1, so I would expect a draw with Leonard Fournette right here. Damn. Yeah, that was... You got to catch that. You got to catch that. Urgh. I hate saying that because they're professionals. Of course, they have to catch it. It's their fucking job. But, like, come on, dude. There was no reason for him not to catch that. Where's Leonard Fournette at, and why did they do that? You did an RPO draw action with a rookie running back who's small. That play had no chance from the get-go. That was such a terrible play call because whenever the Bucks put Chris Godwin in motion right there, and you saw that man was going with him, that meant you brought that other corner into that cutback lane. And that's exactly the guy who was the second one to make the play. Was the backside corner who you now brought into the cutback lane. And on a draw like that, backside cutback lane is going to be the most obvious spot. Like, you know, these coaches are put into pressure situations because you only got a couple seconds to make a fucking decision. You know, it's like being in Madden when you're playing Madden sometimes, and you see the play clock is getting low, and you haven't picked a play yet. It's just like, oh fuck, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And you just kind of like revert back to what you're comfortable with. Yeah, Beefy, you got to be prepared. You have to be prepared for every type of scenario that's going to come up because all of them are going to come up during the season at some point. Likely is the MVP of this game. He even made the proper play on onside recovery. Everything he did tonight was correct. Yeah. He used his hands. Yeah, likely literally had the best game of the night. Good for that kid. All right, Baltimore with the W. Another correct pick to start off the week for me and probably most of the 3-3-3. Yeah, I appreciate hanging out and smoking blunts while we watch football. I'm sure we're going to do this again. Probably not on Sundays because there's too much going on Sundays. But, you know, this might be a thing on Thursdays. I don't know. Beefy, you know, I appreciate it, homie. We got destroyed on fantasy tonight. God bless my fantasy lineups. Well. All right. You already know. 3-3-3, everybody. I'll see you next time. All right. Poor Tom Brady.